much. We're going to get it going because I know everybody's time and, doing a million things. I know we have some people coming in. But I'll just start kind of my introduction a little bit because everyone has been so amazing this summer with my daughter, and the well wishes were just absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you and just share some pictures that I have from this summer. So they did great. My daughter, maybe some of you know or don't know, Allie Hamill, she played for the USA women's field hockey team. They won one, they tied one, they lost two. A super proud moment for me, and I cannot express how wonderful it was. And I tried to do my best to represent USA as well, to be a cheerer on, I hope, just like I do here at West Bridgewater. So I just want to say thank you. I cannot tell you how many emails I got or just shout outs. So that was so sweet and just so very kind. And my daughter thanks you too. She was so overwhelmed with, everyone's warm wishes, and it was just an amazing time in Paris. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. No, you guys, thank you guys. I appreciate it. So I just wanted to start. These are just a couple slides just of things that are going on this coming fall. So we're going to be doing homecoming the week of, I know it's 10/14 's Columbus Day, but it'll start that 10/15 because it's really hard to find a weekend where all the sports are kind of going on that maybe Friday and Saturday, and to include a football game in there. So we're going to do it that week. I'm going to have the CalPlop fundraiser, a shout out, and I don't have my glasses on, but it was Amy Diamadio who won the CalPlop fundraiser last year, so that was super great. So I'll be doing that again. So stay tuned. I'll get more information out for sure. I just want to make you aware this is BSN Online WP Apparel Store. This is open all year long. You can go to this and get all sorts of apparel. We do get some help back from this, so to purchase supplies and things. So certainly it's a great place, and they have a lot of different things, really great things on there. So check it out if you can. Also want to make you aware I may have another company coming in where you can maybe at one of the games just purchase apparel right there. They put the logo on, so something you can walk away with, and I'll keep you posted on that. Just to continue on, GoFan ticketing, I'll be doing that as well. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will have football season tickets, a student season ticket, and I use GoFan throughout the year. And again, I will get information out there to families about that too, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions. Just kind of a blurb about playing sports in college if you're interested. Again, this presentation will be on the athletic website, and I will send it out through Aspen as well. So you will be able to go back on and kind of get some resources that I'm talking about tonight. So this is just some ideas. If you have a child that is interested in playing in college, these are some ideas, and I would say definitely connect them with guidance because they're a great resource. If you click on the NCAA eligibility, it does go to a link and can kind of help you as well. These are just things I will just discuss tonight. Just talking about educational athletics, that the things we offer here are an extension of the classroom, and the many traits required to be a successful participant in sports are exactly those that will promote success in school and beyond. So these are things our coaches really work hard on, sharing with our student athletes: hard work, respect, humility, good character, teamwork, accountability, which your kids do already, but just wanting to share those with you. We are in the South Coast Conference. That was our first year last year. You guys did a phenomenal job. We will continue to be in that this year. This is just the breakdown of what division we're in, the gold division, and it just gives you, the schools that are in those divisions. Our WB coaching staff, again, you'll be able to reflect back on this. I will send this out. I just listed them here, so it's a resource for you to go to. And again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. So as we go along, some of the important things that are really, like I said, important to kind of go over, check out. It's something the West Bridgewater Student Athletic Code can be found on the school website. So please check it out, review it. These are just some of the things listed there that are in there, and certainly I know we all revert back to them when questions arise, when something happens, or academics, or other areas that need to be addressed. So, please check that over as well. Just quickly, to be athletically eligible, if you're I know maybe most are here for fall, but if you're not, if you're a winter or spring, you need to sign up on Arbiter Sports. It is open now. You can sign up for winter. You can sign up for spring. Thank you so much to everybody who signed up for fall. Everyone, that you did a great job. We appreciate it. It makes it easier collecting a lot of the information. Need a physical exam. Audra will talk about concussions, vital signs. That's something she takes care of. Audra is our athletic trainer. Our athletic fee, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out again. If you maybe played a fall sport and then decided not to, if your child, and maybe they're going to do winter. If you're looking for a refund, or if something we're missing, please email me. Sometimes it definitely can be missed, and we certainly don't want to do that. So please, you can email me or Ms. DiLorenzo in the main office. Communication, give it the 24-hour rule. I know sometimes it can be difficult. Maybe something happens, and you might be upset. Maybe just give it a little bit of time. Sleep on it, and then just kind of really work with your student athlete on that, chain of command, that communication, and certainly looking at, that athlete coach communicate first, and then so on and so forth. As you see, it could be athletic director, athlete coach, and then there's a chain of command there. And please know that you can always be involved in that process, but we really want to help kids, advocate for themselves and, help getting any issue resolved in that way. Playing time, coach's decision. I will refer to the coaches as well. We talk constantly about anything that arises. Coaches really work hard, working with your kids. And these are just some, factors that might play into that role. Attitude, commitment, attendance, students showing up. Our coaches strive to get everyone into games. At the varsity level, it might be a little different. That's a varsity sport, but, the sub-varsities, we're hoping that coaches are really kind of cycling all the kids through. And questions, please feel free to reach out. Again, really trying to encourage that student-athlete-coach communication. This is just a couple things, way to get to our athletic website. It just gives you the link. There's a couple, what tabs to go to. It's a great resource. I'll be getting more and more information out there. If it's something you can't find, it might be on there. So give it a try. If you don't see it, let me know and we'll try to work it out. More in links, and again, this will be on our website. You can refer back to this presentation. School website, the MIAA, great resource. Has a lot, especially tournament time. Divisions will be up there. A lot of great information. Arbiter live schedules, that is where I would like you to go. That is something we have to have completed, and schedules committed. So that really is the most update because it has to be. Arbiter Sports is the registration. That's that link. And then this is just a link to the YouTube TV. I was talking to Ben Smith. I think one of his links is down, so try to use this one. The YouTube one is up and running. I'll do my best to tweet. Some coaches have a Twitter as well, so we certainly try to celebrate our athletes in any way that we can. We also have our sports morning announcements where we have coaches put some information in there. I know kids love to kind of hear them. Special shout outs from the game before, so we certainly try to do that as well. That is my Twitter. Please follow me. I do try to post every day the schedule that's going on that day, so that's another resource if you're looking that day to find something. These are just some dates for sports registration. We are closing it on the Wednesday before the season begins. It is just helpful for myself and for Audra because we are collecting physicals. There are other things that I need to go through, whether it's chemical health, academic eligibility. So there's quite a few things that I need to be keeping track of. So that just gives us a couple extra days before the sport begins. We have been reopening it on the day that sports start. So winter, the date is there. It will reopen and it will close on that next day. So again, these are just when the seasons begin. If you have questions, like I said, feel free to reach out. I just wanted to mention this. This is an Arbiter Sports registration. I know most of you have probably registered for fall. You do need to register for each season, each sport separately. That's for my own data purposes and things that I need to report, whether it's to the state or to the MIAA on numbers that they collect. So please, you have to do each separately. If you receive this prompt about edit completed registration or duplicate registration, please select duplicate. And you should receive that confirmation email to your email stating you're confirmed, your registration is done. It's been happening that doesn't happen. People think they're registered, but then they're not. So just double check on that. And again, reach out if you have questions. Student behavior, we definitely, hold our kids accountable, respecting coaches, officials, teammates, game, venue, our staff. And if there is a behavior that we deem not acceptable, then it could affect your child's athletic participation. Spectator expectations. I tell you, being at the Olympics was absolutely amazing. It was such an environment of celebrating every athlete. It seemed like no matter where you were from, what sport was going on, honestly, people were running to go see people, in different sports. And it was such a celebration, no matter where you're from, what you were doing. And I want to really create that here at West Bridgewater and celebrating athletes and getting out there and being positive. I think maybe you've heard me say it, you got this. I do use that all the time. And I try to be as positive, as I can. So just being mindful and remembering that when you're at our sporting events. I know they can get heated. I can be as competitive as anybody else. But please remember that these are student athletes, they're kids, and we want to respect that too. I do have to say, within our South Coast Conference, there is a spectator card. So as you see here, this is a card that if, we deem, hey, we really need your help, review what we think is, some better expectations, we will give you a card. If we have to ask you again, we are going to have to ask you to leave. We are trying to make the best environment for everybody there. That's for our fans, for Wildcats, and for also our visiting fans as well, for officials, for anybody that comes to our event. We want it to be enjoyable, and we'll do our very best to make it that way. This is just going on about some things that seem to come up often with us. Athletes' attendance. They need to be in school by 7:45. Unless there's an extenuating circumstance, please reach out to me or Mrs. Page or Mr. Hannah. Of course, we don't want to, deny your kids going to practice or to a game, but we need you in. Oversleeping is not, not an excuse. So really get them to school. I know it's hard and it's early in the year, but I know they can do it. They do a super job. But communication, just let us know what's going on and we'll help you out. Academic eligibility, I'm not going to go through each and every one, but these are, when term one's going to be coming. So right now the kids are, focusing on those academics. When term one ends, that academic ineligible list will come out, and then we'll have to make some adjustments from there. And we don't want to make adjustments. We want your kids to be out there participating. So any help would be great. And, if they need help, please have them come see us, come see coaches. We will never, never, never deny them to go check in with a teacher or anyone if they need extra help. And again, you can review this, and it is in the athletic code as well. Transportation. Our expectation is that your student athlete will ride to and from the athletic event on the bus. If there's an extenuating circumstance, again, email us. The more time you can give us ahead of time would be great. The day of is really hard. My afternoons are busy. My mornings are busy. I don't, it's just the nature of it. So, if you're emailing me on the day of, it might be a little tough. So the more you can give me or us, the better. And, we appreciate, we do give you one freebie. We give you one freebie, so you don't have to contact me or anyone. You can just please arrange it with the coach and, parents taking their parent or guardian, taking their kids home. Transportation to off-campus, we have West Bridgewater Country Club. We have the Bridgewater Ice Arena. We did have lacrosse this year, and kids were traveling over to East Bridgewater. So that is, we have that as the responsibility of the parent and guardian. So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, if you need help, just let us know. These are just a few reminders. Students hanging around the building after school if they don't have a practice. It's really tough. Again, I'm busy, Audra's busy. Kids end up kind of hanging down by our hallway or maybe in near the main office there. And we need kids to not be in the building. It's liability. I can't supervise them if there's not a coach there. I would feel terrible if you know, one of your children would get hurt and I wasn't there, and we really want to avoid that. So, you know, any help with that could be great. They can, you know, it's nice to, you know, outside, so they can sit outside until their coach gets here. And, you know, we're working on that too. Athletes, we're asking to enter through door 5. Door 5 is near my office, which is around the side. It's to help out the main office. Having the, you know, kids go in and out of there. They're super busy in the afternoon. So please asking that if the kids are coming, they're coming through door 5. And then just a reminder, coaches have families. They are busy. So after practices or a game, please be prompt in picking your child up. That would be phenomenal, and we appreciate it. Here are some MIAA reminders or rules and regulations. If you don't know the MIAA, that's our governing body for sports. So we go by their rules and regulations. I do believe as well, I have, I think the link was there. Yes, so the link is there if you want to review or any questions you might have. These are 3 rules that I'm just going to briefly go over. I'm sure you've heard them before. The MIAA bona fide team member rule, which a student is regularly present for, actively participates in all teams, practices, tryouts, competitions. They're precluded from missing a high school practice or competition in order to practice or compete with an out-of-school team, such as a club sport, youth sports, dance, practice, competitions. Again, if you have questions, let me know. There are, you know, because of it, there can be consequences. If this happens once without a waiver or approval, they miss a game. If it happens the second offense, it's 25% of the season and is ineligible for tournament play immediately upon confirmation of the violation. But please know you can submit a waiver. Mrs. Page and I, we get it. There are wonderful things that your kids are doing, and certainly we don't want to miss out, but we want to follow those kind of steps so we get approval and it won't be a problem. So let us know ASAP. Coaches, Ms. Page, myself, we're here to help you and we're here to work with you. Chemical health, we need your help. Anything, alcohol, vaping, you know, marijuana, any drug, paraphernalia, controlled substance, there are consequences if your student athlete gets caught. And these are some of the, you know, if it's a first offense, it's 25% of the contest in sport. So these just reminders. These are things that can happen. And again, we don't want that to happen. So we're really trying our best to educate and help our student athletes. So we appreciate your help as well. And any questions, please reach out. This is just some information, opioid misuse prevention. Excuse me. This is a great resource. If you have questions, I think it was on the Massachusetts Public Health website. You know, I did print out some flyers out there to some of the topics. And if there's anything we could do, reach out. We want to help your kids. We want to help them. I know they're dealing with a lot sometimes, and the pressures can be tough. So we are a resource here to help you. Any questions, let us know. Just captain's practices, you know, really, they aren't supposed to be happening. They need to be supervised. So if you have any questions, I hear it a lot. Hey, Ms. Hamill, we're doing captain's practices. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what that is. So it's really not supposed to be happening. If they were to get injured without being supervised, that would be not good, a liability. So we need your help. If we have a supervisor there, wonderful. So, and a question, you know, like I said, please reach out, and we want to help the kids to be as successful and prepared as possible. This is just the application for schools facilities. It's changed a little bit. It's Operations Hero. There's a little bit more of a process, but for using any of our fields, inside, building use, outside turf, outside fields, there is a process. If you have questions, please let me know. And next up is our wonderful, amazing athletic trainer, Audra Roberts.
All right, we're flying through today. All right, my name is Audra. I've been here. This is going to be my 7th year as the athletic trainer for West Bridgewater. This is my email and a phone number that you can call. It goes straight to voicemail, but I'll respond back to you. And then my athletic training room is down the hall in the gym as well, next to door 5. I am here to take care of your athlete with injuries, illnesses, anything that happens during the sport. They can come see me for injuries, medical conditions, including asthma, allergies, EpiPens and inhalers, or any other medical concern. If your student needs an inhaler, EpiPen, or a glucose monitor with them, they must have it at every practice and game. I've run into it where kids say, I have asthma, I don't have my inhaler, and they're not supposed to be practicing that day if they forget it, because then I don't have access to something to help them, and it turns into an emergency sometimes. Concussions, making sure that we're reporting all head injuries. If something happens during a game or a practice, the coach is supposed to notify me if I'm not there already. And then it's my job to monitor them and manage their return to sport, return to school if they do end up being diagnosed with a concussion. And physicals, every 13 months the physical expires. So as soon as you get one this school year, bring it in, whether it's to the nurse or to me, just keep it in the loop so that if they play a winter sport or a spring sport, we have it on file and we don't have to chase you down for the next season. And then doctor's clearance notes. Every time your athlete goes to a doctor, whether it's for a physical, a mental health appointment, a dentist, orthodontic appointment, if they miss school or miss a practice or anything like that, and we're made aware that they're going to an appointment, they need to come back with a note that says, cleared to return, no restrictions. I know it doesn't make sense for dentist type stuff, but we just have to butts. It's just a safety and health liability, and then if they get cleared for an injury, I'm going to do a final check just to make sure that I see they're functionally safe to return to sport. Make sure all those notes go to me or the school nurse, especially if they're in PE as well, so that we're all on the same page. And then make sure your kids are telling me when they're injured. Don't have them hide it. I'm not here to hold kids out and sit them. My job is to make sure that if we find out about it early, we can treat it and get them back on the field as soon as possible. And then the return to play notes have to have a date on them. So they can't just say as tolerated, because that kind of is very subjective. All right, I think that's it for me. All right, thank you.
Awesome, our fabulous athletic trainer. And next we have our fabulous president and vice president of our WB Boosters. And certainly thank you guys. We cannot appreciate all that you do for our students and for our program. So welcome Jen Gately and Kim Foley.
I don't like the handheld microphone. I like the stand. So as Jen said, I'm Jen Gately, and this is Kim Foley. We just want to give you a very brief introduction to the boosters so that you can get on with meeting the coaches. So the Athletic Boosters is a parent-run volunteer organization whose objective is to support the athletes by supplying funds to the school's athletic program that the town budget cannot support. And we do that for all sports, including football. These are our officers on the slide. If you want to learn more about us, you can come to a meeting. We meet once a month, second Wednesday at 7 o'clock upstairs in the Learning Commons. That's a great way to kind of get an introduction to how we kind of operate. Okay, just a few quick highlights on what do we actually fund. So every year we give out scholarships. We do stipends for the team's end-of-year celebrations. We can reimburse for championship apparel. We pay for the varsity letter jackets, which is a huge tradition, is something that a lot of schools are doing away with, but it's a very long-standing tradition in West Bridgewater. In fact, the jacket, if you grew up here, you'll recognize it. It hasn't changed. It's literally the same style jacket. And it's funny when we have people come by, like at our events and things. Sometimes we'll talk about how they get excited when they see the jacket because they still have theirs in their closet at home from growing up. We do senior plaques. We do team championship plaques. We do the banners that you see around the gym. We host the athletic awards night with our full color programs. Everything that you see during those nights we pay for. You see the note here that combination of the spring athletic awards night and the jacket night that we do in the fall can combined cost up to $15,000 to $18,000 depending on how many athletes we have. So it's an expense. Last year, some of the big things that we contributed to, over $12,000 towards huddle, cheer choreography, the new boys lacrosse co-op program, and we also threw in a stipend for the new esports coach. We've also committed to helping to fund the new sound system that's being worked on for out at the turf. And new cheer mats, thank you. We are committed to the new cheer mats. Oh, did we miss that? That was the picture. Oh, sorry, just a little picture of some of the stuff I just talked about. Okay, so this is the big one that I just want to spend a minute or two talking about. This is where we really need your help. If you can't come to monthly meetings, that's fine, we don't care. If you can contribute 2 hours on occasion to help us volunteer at bingo, that's where we really need your help. Bingo brings in over $27,000 for us. So it is huge, and it's really hard to get volunteers because we need to provide 3 volunteers weekly. The more volunteers we have, the less times you actually have to volunteer. We would put you on a rotation. So a couple of incentives. Tonight, if you, at our table outside, fill out and sign up to become a bingo volunteer, you would put in a raffle to win $100. That's for new people, and that's just for tonight. For going forward, if you can't decide tonight and you want some time to think about it, if you do decide to volunteer, for anyone that volunteers, every 6 months we have a new thing we're doing that for every time you volunteer, we will put your name in a drawing, and you will, at the end of that 6-month period, we will draw 2 names for the equivalent of the athletic fee, which is $300. So 2 people every 6 months could potentially win $300. The more times you volunteer, the more chances you get to win. Also, you can get a free drawstring bag if you sign up out front. Jen Erdgerly, where are you? Stand up, Jen. Yay, Jen. She's our bingo coordinator. If you have any questions, her email is up here, but you can also email the general email for the boosters, and we'll get you in touch with Jen if you have any questions. We have a bingo flyer out front, too, that explains the responsibilities, but in a nutshell, you're really just walking around the bingo hall, collecting money, and selling tickets. That's it. It's really, really easy. Did I forget anything?
I know bingo doesn't seem super exciting to you as parents, but it's really exciting for the kids when they receive the benefits of you volunteering, because all of that money does pay for the jackets and other amazing things that we do for the kids. So it's 2 hours, even if it's just once a year. Probably not a lot to ask, right?
Yeah. It's fun. And just, you know, is that our last slide? No, we have one more. This is our last slide. Just one final, couple final thoughts. We welcome all new people to try and at least come to one meeting and check it out. We have a lot of people on our committee who are phasing out. Like myself personally, I've kind of stuck around, but my actual youngest child graduated 2 years ago. So I'm trying to, phase my way out. And we have a lot of people this year that have seniors, so we really could use some new young blood and voices in there. And then our last slide, other fundraising that you'll see us, you'll see us out at the turf doing the snack shack for football games, and also, senior nights for soccer games or field hockey, or all the different events that take place, track in the spring, anything that takes place out on the turf. We have a car wash that's upcoming this September. Have your kids go to the office. There'll be a sign-up sheet there. If they would like to participate in that, they can get hours for working at the car wash. We have a comedy night coming up in November. Stay tuned for more details for that. You can follow our Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, any of the methods that we have for the communication. That's November 16th. We have our annual golf classic we do in June. That's always a lot of fun. We'll have more information that will get pushed out for that. But we look for sponsors, players, et cetera, for that. And then we just have some merchandise that we will sell from time to time. So stop at our table on your way out. We have lots of information out there. We also have some merchandise for sale if you feel like checking it out. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay, thank you.
This is going to be a wrap, so I just want to thank you guys for coming out. I know how busy everybody is, so thank you so much for your time. This is the designations of where you could meet a coach if you're interested. And I wish you and your athletes the best year ever, and let's go Wildcats.